So in this video I'm going to show us the best way to use this Maco sole. This is a special type of Maco sole, and because of the way it is built, sometimes it is difficult to make use of. So this is my template size 45. So you see it is consuming the whole place, so I have to add allowance here. That's if I'm going to use size 45. Understand? Just add a little allowance at the top. So but I'm using size 42. You see I have enough space for my welt, so I don't need to add any allowance at the top. So what I'm going to do first is to separate the both of them. So after separating the both of them, I'm going to cut off all the excesses. The reason I have to do this is to make sure I put my template at the center of the design at the back, so that after welting I'll have a uniform look or outcome on both sides, so that I will not have the design at the back maybe chamfer or not being uniform with the other side of the foot. So that's why I have to cut off all the excesses. So assuming I used that template that is size 45, I just have to cut from that allowance that I'm going to leave at the top, so that my welt can be able to sit properly. Understand? So you cut off all the excesses just like I am doing now. So after cutting off the excess, this is what we're going to have. So we can perfectly put our template on the center, you see it, and then I have to proceed with this one now and do the same. So use your template, mark out the shape on your Maco 6mm. That is what I'm going to use as my insoles. After marking it out, you cut them into shape. So the marker I'm using for my insoles is Maco 6mm, like I said before. So the reason I love using Maco 6mm is because I always want my insole to be a little bit above my welt. You understand? 4mm is going to be too flat, so I prefer 6mm while creating my insoles. So after cutting them into shape, use your rough sandpaper and then make sure that the edges are smooth. Make sure they are uniform, so that after folding you'll have a good outcome. Then get your leather for folding ready. Apply your gum on both the insole and on the leather, and then bond the two together. Use your rag, rub it on the surface to make sure it bonds properly and there is no ripples. So after doing this, you have to apply gum and then prepare them for folding. So once the gum is set, the next thing you are going to do is to separate the both of them and then cut off the excess leather and just leave a little allowance for your folding. And then after doing that, you carefully do the folding of the insoles. After the folding, use your razor blade to cut off all the crease at the back of the folding. It will help your insoles to lap properly on your sole. So after the whole process, this is what you are going to arrive at. And then let's proceed. This is Maco 4mm. I'm going to add it to the height of the Maco sole. I want the height to come up a little bit, so it is not compulsory, but because of the specification of what I want, the result I want, I'm adding Maco 4mm to the height of the Maco sole. So you can still use the Maco sole just like that, and you can also add Maco to bring up the height. So the next thing we do is use our rough sandpaper to roughen the surfaces. This will help our bonding. So after that, apply gum on your Maco 4mm and then on the Maco sole, and then bond the two together. So once the gum is set, bond the two of them and then cut off the excess Maco. So this is what we have. Let's proceed. So now after cutting off the excess Macos, this is what we arrived at. So now it is time for welting. Place your insole at the center of the Maco sole. Make sure it's at the center. Then mark out the shape. And then repeat the same process on the other side. Please make sure you place the insole on the center of the Maco sole, because if you don't, it is going to affect the outcome. Then after doing that, the next thing you do is to apply gum on the edge where the welt is going to sit. So apply gum along the line where the welt is going to sit. So now pick your welt, use your masking tape, hold the both of them together for easy application of gum. Then use your rough sandpaper to sand the surface. This will also help the bonding. And then after doing that, you apply gum on the welt. So once the gum is set, replace the insole back to the outline. Make sure it is right there on the outline. Then use your nails, put one at the back, and somewhere around the front put another one. This will help the insole to stay put while you are welting. And then after that, pick your welt, cut off the edge just to make sure that the edge is neat. And then you start your welting from here. So you take it step by step until you go round. So once you have gotten to the other edge, remove the insole and then pick your knife, cut slightly after the first edge. And then once you have done that, force the other one in, and with that you are going to have a very tight joint. So tap your mallet on it to make sure it bonds properly. And then after your welting, you cut off the excess of the Maco sole. So during this process, be careful so that you don't wound the welt, because if you wound the welt during the process, it is going to affect the outcome of the edge. So now this is a bonus secret. You can use your super glue to reinforce the welt round. This is going to help the welt to last long so that it will not detach from the sole after a short while. So after this, the next thing we do is to sand the edge and finish it up. And this is what we have arrived at. So follow the same process and you are going to get the same result. So looking very closely, you see that we have a uniform outcome, and that is the purpose of this video. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. And also if you need the template which I used in this video, they are available for sale. So for men from size 4:1 to size 4:6, the price is 2,000 naira, and it is also coming with 7 free patterns. Then for ladies from size 38 to size 42, different shapes, and also for welter sole, it is 25 copies. That is for 2,450. So if you're interested, make your payment to the account number you are seeing on your screen, and then send your proof of payment to the WhatsApp number under the account number, and then I will send you the PDF. It is going to make your work easy if you find it difficult to create your own source templates. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get updates because more free tutorials will be coming your way soon. Have a nice day and see you in my next video.